Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. As you can clearly see, I'm standing here on basically what would be considered a novice level buried hide. The reason I'm doing this is we are filming this weekend on our membership section. We are filming our blasting through the buried element. This is something that we have taught multiple workshops on, and this is something that we are offering to you on that membership section. If you want to support our channel, folks, jump over to the membership section. $6.99 a month gets you access to all the in-depth stuff behind the scenes on scent work. That's much cheaper than any other online system you're going to use. And hey, we're constantly evaluating and cleaning things up and trying to get what produces the best results. If you see some of our other videos, jump over, check out some of our other videos. We did an interview on scent work Q&A, 2-part video. With Joey Lay, the guy that runs Arady Canine. They produce some of the best detection dogs in the country. We just interviewed Randy Hare. Check out that video. Need I say anything more? Randy Hare's been a legend in the detection community for a long time. So obviously, those folks are our mentors, and when we're training with them, we're going to have more stuff behind the scenes as well. You can also just give a $2.99 a month pledge and get custom badges and emojis for our channel. But the reason we're discussing this, why are we discussing the buried? Because as a judge, I see so many people fail. They come in, they enter a trial, and folks, trials are expensive. At $20 to $25 a run. That is a very expensive weekend, especially if you travel and you figure in gas and hotel and food, and not to mention what it costs to enter that trial. You're easily at $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 weekend, depending on where you're staying. With that kind of cost, are you only going to be happy? Are you going to be happy if you go and you're like, well, we got one leg today on containers, one on buried, but we'll get them next time. You're spending 3 to 4 times as much money. Or are you this person? You're working your dog, you're walking your dog, you're walking your dog through there, dogs checking. The dog gives you behavior change. Maybe it's enough that you understand that behavior change is what leads you to believe that there's odor there. That's what your dog gives you, or the dog gives you its actual trained final alert, whatever. And then you stop and you question your dog. Because I've seen people have conversations with their dog while competing. The whole time the clock's running out, folks. I don't know. Are you sure? Oh man, you've been lying a lot lately. This isn't our best element. I don't know, Judge. Alert. And the judge goes, yes. All right, you didn't lie to me. Good boy. And then they reward them way up here. Now, if you go back and you watch all our videos with Creating a Scent Work Champion, you see very early on when we imprint, it's nose to source. We're building value to odor. The odor pays, folks. I don't have to use that catchphrase like others, but that's the truth. We are building search intensity. We're building duration. Without a doubt, we're going to train our dogs to go to source. As close as possible as they can get to source, that nose is going to go. That's the way we train. When we start, and I'm not going to knock people to do indirect reward method, but this isn't indirect reward. This is somebody confused on the training. And like I said in the previous video, it's either poor foundational practices, poor maintenance practices, handler skills, or just environmental stuff you can't control. But majority of it is poor foundational practices created by a training method or poor maintenance training. I shouldn't be rewarding that dog up here. Folks, how many times have you watched, if you compete, your dog will go around, start working the containers, let's just say they're containers, and the dog will alert on the container before the container with the hide. Well, if you're paying that dog 3 feet away from that container, guess what you're doing? You're paying that dog on that scent cone when he first comes into that scent cone. So the dog knows he gets into the scent cone, he can just stop and get rewarded. Well, guess what you did in your maintenance training? That's why you'll see us, we'll mark it with the verbal marker. Dog's nose, close as it can be. Yes, and we're going to reach down and give that dog the treat as close to source as possible. Same thing with the toy. It doesn't have to be, people freak out over the toys. Yes, and then I'm going to present it here. Dog's going to get it. He's not going to step on everything. Pop, 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 pop. It's not going to be a huge ruckus. And then we pull back at him, man, good boy. But the dog understands a couple things. And in this system that you're going to see from start to finish, you get to see teasers of it, how we start on our Creating a Scentwork Champion series. But when you jump over that membership channel, folks, you're going to see how we create an independent dog. A dog that is capable of solving problems, that's going to go as close to source odor as possible, and just make your trialing experiences pleasurable. If you've struggled in the past, jump over, folks. It's less than a cup of coffee. Come on. You're also going to see us do some good videos with other people that I train with and admire on this channel. So maybe you don't want to do the membership section. Jump on over and hit that $2.99 button. Give us a big like and a thumb, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. It really helps our channel, folks. And we're going to go in depth on how we introduce this. And some of the stuff you'll see, I've heard people say this, well, that's not how the trial goes. We don't train like we trial. Training is different than trialing. We're going to train completely different, and when our dog's at a certain point, our training experience is going to be 20 times tougher than any trial we enter. But that's another story for another day at another level. So, if maybe you've had success in a novice advanced, but you hit that excellent, oh my God, I'm struggling. You're working another system, level 2, level 3. I talked to a lady this week, her dog just started struggling with automobiles. So on the auto thing, on vehicles, I said, hey, send me a video of what the dog's doing. We'll discuss it in the membership section. Folks, we're going to try to bring you the most up-to-date stuff all the time. I'm really excited about this. Don't let the buried hides mess with your head. They don't have to. That can be one of the most enjoyable things you go into, and you can walk into that trial feeling calm and confident, and understand this, your dog never lies. That's going to be a video we've got coming up. Your dog never lies. So, hope you enjoyed this video. We discussed a few things. We discussed a few things that we touched on in the previous video. But if you struggle with this buried hides element, and it's probably your biggest nemesis when you go to trial, folks, that membership, hit that join. It's there for you. We're going to fix it. We're going to make it to where you just absolutely love trialing and you're not going to avoid these. So I will see you next week. We do have some fun stuff planned. Other than scent work, the membership section is growing with more videos. We're shooting these blasting through the buried this week. Send us a DM if you want to host a workshop. We've got some coming up, one in South Dakota. We've got some planned in Florida. I think there's some interest. Somebody messaged me about Chicago, but folks, anywhere in the United States and Canada, we will travel to do nose work. So, like and subscribe, join, and we'll see you next week.